how do you speak? Because if we handpick, one at a time, is it the women to speak out? Because I think the women, they have this pressure. Even if once you're a Nigerian woman, this pressure comes from somewhere. You don't know where it's coming from, but the expectation,
No, you know where
The
it's
unwritten
coming from.
the
rules.
unwritten rule.
Societal pressure has always been there,
There.
isn't it? That this is the expectation. So there's personal expectation. You on yourself, what you expect yourself to do, yes? Whether that is in line with what the society wants, that's a different matter. Yes, the society are looking at you grow up, secondary school, you go university at a certain age,
You get married.
you get married. After that, they start asking you. Remember, if you marry like 2-3
2
years,
years, you
and
have to have
there's
children.
no bump, they start asking their questions, and then the mother will go and ask her son, "Is it you or your wife?" Because picking,
Yeah.
we are waiting, and it's the same thing. For example, a man is allowed, whether not even talking about a Muslim man or anything. A man, he goes and have an affair outside. It's kind of okay. He's a man. When he's a woman, hey.
Commit
A
adultery.
very old man marries a very young girl. It's
It's
acceptable.
fine.
When a woman
young-
has a toy boy or
Oh,
something
dear.
that it's a different subject.
Yes.
So the society
Oh, dear.
always blames. There's so many
Yes.
examples to give, but yes, it is what it is.
Because the men, for us, it seems as soon as the man gets successful, the world is your oyster. The community expectation for you is you can marry, white, you can marry yellow, and people don't complain. And we don't hear the women's voice in this. But it is documented that the community doesn't put the same pressures on the man. He could pick and choose. He could, the women are expected to be almost perfect.
Well, I mean, I don't know about the community.
But the society.
Oh, right, okay, the
Yeah.
society is like on the women more than the men. For the men, they've always been this up there, and it's a cultural thing. They are the head. There are some things that they would do is not being looked at. They done it, but if a woman does it, it's kind of like it's a big thing and everything. So coming back to your question with the men, they can be who they want to be. They have the choice
Yes.
to choose whoever they want to choose without the society even questioning them. But whereas you flip the other side of the coin, if a woman decides to say, okay, they want to go for what's it called?
English, white man, not a non-Nigerian
a
man.
non-Nigerian,
man.
then there is a problem. With it. So I'm just kind of like I don't know.
I think I was lucky enough, and I think I was privileged to be raised in a family that I think, even though my parents were not highly educated, like have a PhD or whatever, but my parents were very, very sensitive to our needs. They raised us to be your person, who you are, rather than who the society wants you to be. And I've also focused on raising my children to be my children, rather than being the society children.
Yes.
I know the society will say, don't smack your children, don't tear your children off, don't do this, don't do that. But it's my responsibility as a parent to create the way that I discipline my child, that I teach my children moral. Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
Because when anything goes wrong with that child outside, it becomes my child. They will call it the Nigerian boy, the Nigerian girl. Now, when the child is successful, having a first class in his university, they will not say a Nigerian child.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And for that, I take full responsibility for that. I will raise my child I think I was raised to be who I am, not what the society expects me to be. And my goals were like, this is what I want to achieve for myself. And I couldn't care less if anybody think that I didn't get married at a certain age, I didn't have children at a certain age, I didn't do what they expected me to do. It was my life.
I wanted to, ladies and gentlemen, we are now, I think equality is coming to the Nigerian community and Nigeria. So I'm going to give the stage to the ladies to talk to the community. Josephine, I start with you. Pressure on the women in the community. What would you have to say? Rosetta has made many examples. Men can do whatever they want to do. Give an explanation to the society, because women can see this. I'm a man talking to you to say, now you talk to the elders, the viewers, everybody, the women at home.
Yes, I would say, be yourself. You don't have to follow the societal pressure. Just be yourself, be who you are, and follow your dreams. Don't stop until you get there, and don't think of anything to say, well, I'm not married yet. What are people going to say? Just carry on doing what you're doing. While you're up there, the right man will come. The right man will come.
I like the optimism. Rosetta, go for it.
Yes, just carry on doing what you're doing. You're doing great. You're not hungry. You're feeding yourself. You're looking after yourself. You're not a liability to anybody, not even the society. So carry on doing what you're doing. You're just fine. That's my message.
So, sir, finally,
I think I want to tell every woman out there is to be independent of yourself and focus on your goal. You do not want to raise a woman who is going to be a liability to any man, who want a man to do everything for them, including buying makeup, buying hair, buying anything. You want to raise an independent, a boss woman.
Nigerian men like the
and
last one.
And I think a lot of Nigerian, a lot of smart men like the boss woman.
Yeah.
And so being a boss girl, it's not a problem. It's an achievement. And you will find a boss man to marry a boss girl.
There we go. Thank you very much.